Hello and good afternoon. Great to have your company here on Kalkine TV. I'm Holly Shields and you're watching the Buzzing Trends. Today we'll narrow into the performance of ASX energy shares in the purview of China's shrinking crude oil demand. Now, crude oil kicked off the week on a gloomy note, having tanked over 6% on Monday. It seems to be tracking a massive sell-off in global markets across asset classes. Saudi Arabian public petroleum and natural gas company Saudi Aramco's decision is one of the major drivers impacting crude oil prices. The company said that it'll be reducing oil prices for all types of crude for Europe, Asia and the Mediterranean for June of this year. The COVID-19 situation in China as well has also weighed on the commodity due to the lower demand. So that said, let's have a look at the performance of some ASX-listed energy shares. Starting with a major energy player in the Australian economy, Woodside Petroleum. The company has a market cap of over $31 billion, with approximately 983 million shares on issue. Woodside Petroleum clocked a profit of $1.98 billion in financial year 21 and then reported a net loss of $4.02 billion in the year prior. Its shares have tanked at the open yesterday and traded below $31 throughout the trading session. The stock made a low of 30.03 cents as selling intensified in the early trades. Although demand from the lower levels has helped Woodside shares to pare back some of the losses and close the session at $30.77. And today the shares are trading at $30.23, down 1.75% in the afternoon. Next, moving on to another energy giant, Santos, the second largest independent oil and gas producer after Woodside. The company has a market cap of $27.36 billion, with approximately 4 billion issued shares. Shares of Santos are currently trading at a dividend yield of 2.41%, having declared its latest dividend of 11.8 cents per share in March. Santos shares also fell lower yesterday during the morning session as market participants discounted the overnight fall in crude oil. Although after having plunged to a low of $7.70 a stock, it showed a smart recovery of 24 cents and closed the session 1.73% down at $7.94 yesterday. The volume for the day was recorded over 16 million shares. And today, Santos shares are trading at $70.91, down 0.38%. Next, looking at Viva Energy Group, which owns the Geelong oil refinery and retails Shell-branded fuels across Australia. The company has a market cap of $4.26 billion, with approximately 1.55 billion issued shares. In the financial year 21, Viva Energy generated a revenue of $15.9 billion compared to just $12.4 billion in the prior year. And yesterday, the stock opened the session with a gap down and fell to the day's low of 2.63. After some demand from the lower levels, Viva shares ended yesterday's session at 2.91% lower at 2.67 on the back of a volume of 2.24 million shares. And today they're trading at 2.66, down 0.19% in the afternoon. Crude oil has witnessed extreme volatility over the onset of the war between Russia and Ukraine, and lockdowns in China are only exacerbating the situation, which is why investors need to remain cautious while exploring the space. And that is a wrap though on the Buzzing Trends for today, but tune in next time only on Kalkine TV. I'm Holly Shields signing off.